This is all the water I have left for me and my wife to make it down to the end of this mountain. And honestly, it's a dangerous place to be in. Um, my wife is joining me for the first time today on Sunrise Peak. Zaira, could you maybe zoom around and show people where we are?
Yeah.
Just show the camera. You don't have to show yourself.
Show this cactus right here.
But this is her first time doing it, and if it was anyone else, I would have turned around halfway and had us go back home. It's now almost 1 o'clock. It's the heat of the day. We're running low on water, and we still have a long way back down to the end of this mountain. Um, I think sometimes people look at us. They see us with our beautiful children. They see the us on the cover of our book, Alpha Couples, and sometimes people think like, oh, what a powerful couple, what an awesome, inspiring couple. And I wish that you could see us at 2:35 a.m. when my daughter Ray kicks me in the nose so hard that I think I have a broken nose, and I just snap at her and and yell at her in the middle of the night because she startles me in pain, right? I wish sometimes you can see us when our two of our children are fighting over something stupid and tearing each other's hair out, literally tearing each other's hair out, literally biting each other. Um, if you could see us in those moments, uh, I think some of you may have a different opinion about us. And those are the realest moments. Those are the moments that we will never share because they're our own personal family moments. And sometimes I think, you know, who am I to write a book about marriage? Who am I to start a church to wear this attire and give a sermon, right? I have, I'm not always, I do not always show up the way I want to show up, is what I'm trying to say. And I heard something really profound. Um, in the medicine space, right? So I'm a medicine man, so to speak. I do healing, and I hold space. I hold ceremonies for people to express their trauma and process their grief and process whatever shit they're trying to process through. I I hold a container, and holding a container is very sacred to me because it's really a safe place for someone to come in and move through their own journey. And when I'm holding a container, my job is not to steer them a certain way or tell them do this or tell them do that. It's really just like to create a safe space, to have boundaries, to have limits, and say, hey, here's your container, and I'm here to support you and love you as you go through your own journey. And what I heard the other day is, as parents, that's what we're called to do for our children. We think, stupid young parents, we think that we're here to teach our children something, to help them be contributing members of society, to, help them get a career and do all this BS. But really, I think at the end of the day, our job as a parent, more than anything, is to just hold that container and allow them to go through their own divine, beautiful growing up process, and just make sure that they're safe while they're doing it and support them and guide them along the way. Because even though our children are babies, they're divine. They really are. They come from God, and they know exactly what they need in this life. And it's our job to kind of let them explore that. My wife, if I can share something, she might get a little upset about this, but today is a very, whenever I do these hikes, I always do it very intentionally. I usually start the day with meditation. Today I started with cacao, and which is just chocolate, But start with ceremony, start with intention, start with purpose, start with meditation, and then we go for a hike. And so today I asked my wife, what's your intention? And her intention was to relax. That was what she wanted. And she's and she's there smiling. Her intention was to relax and connect, relax and connect with me. My intention was also to connect with her. And and so we're hiking, and I got a little upset with her again. I don't always show up as best as I can. I got a little upset with her because we're hiking, and she's on her phone texting or sending a voice note. And I'm like, babe, what are you doing? Why are you working? She's like, oh, I need to send this offer to, Maria's probably calling. She's probably calling about this offer. I need to get back to her. Let me just reply real quick. And I gave her this like scowling look. Um, and she knew, she knew almost, she thought she knew what I was going to say. She was a little off, but she thought she knew. Um, and I'll get there. But I think as we're hiking, I told you, if it was anyone else, we would have turned back because this is a dangerous place to be. We're low on water. We should not be up here in the heat of the day without water. It's not a good place to be. But I know my wife, and at one point during the journey, she told me, she said, I said, babe, let's stop and let's rest, let's take a break. And she said, if I stop moving, it's going to be harder to start again. And I think that really resonated with me because I think in my own life, how many times do I just want to like keep going, keep going, keep going? It's like, oh, I have momentum. Oh, I'm making progress. Let me keep pushing. Let me keep pushing. Because if I don't keep pushing, if I stop, then it's going to be harder to start again. And many of us just keep pushing and pushing and pushing until we're dead, unfortunately, or until something forces us to stop. And at one point, me and Zaira passed this beautiful scenic view. And I said, babe, let's stop here. Let's relax. Let's look at the view. And she said, I'll look at it on the way down. I'll look at it on the way down. In this game of life, so many of us think, I'm going to push, 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 push till retirement. And then after I retire, I'll be able to enjoy life on the way down. I'll be able to enjoy gardening or doing puzzles. I'll be able to enjoy that scenic view on the way down. But right now I need to keep pushing, 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 pushing. And Zaire helped me come to this realization that the view isn't going to be the same on the way down. The view today is the only time this view is ever going to exist. I mean, we're here on the mountains, and I saw like a beautiful monarch butterfly just floating in the wind, and then I saw three vultures. I think it was two boys chasing a girl. They were fighting over a girl, but it was so fun to watch like these youthful two boys chase after this girl, and meeting the people on the trail. Like, and the lizard that the lady was talking about just walked by Zaira, and she missed it because she's looking at me with that beautiful Chaluka Woka lizard just walked by. And there will never be another moment like this. This moment only exists right now and will never exist ever again. And if you think that you're going to be able to enjoy this moment on the way down, you can't. Yes, there will be other moments to enjoy on the way down, but this moment will never, ever happen again. And so you need to stop and enjoy it on the way up sometimes. You need to relax and realize I am never going to have this moment with my kids ever again. I'm never going to have this moment with my wife ever again. This moment right now is so special and magical. And I just want to be here now, in the words of my teacher, Ram Dass. And I love it. I love it. And so, yes, I got upset with Zaira momentarily when Maria was calling her about a job offer on a day when we are holding sacred container, and having that energy in the sacred space bothered me. And the reason why it bothered me, and this is what I haven't shared with Zaira yet, my job as a spiritual leader, as a chaplain, as a medicine man, is to hold space for healing. And someone asked me, my friend Yeshua asked me a few weeks ago, he said, who holds space for you, Robert? Who holds space for you? And the answer to that question is there's only one person that's capable of holding space for me. And her name is Zaira, my guru, Zendunga. Zendunga is like the version of her that is in Christ consciousness. She's not there yet, but I know Zendunga is inside there, just waiting to come out. But Zaira is the only person that is capable of holding space for me. And on this hike, I think she thought, like, oh, Robert is being shaman Robert today, and he's like guiding me in this medicine journey. But really, the way I look at it is I invited Zaira today so that she can hold space for me, because this is part of my healing process and my healing journey. And this is the healing that I need. And her container is the only container that can hold me and heal me. And her container is the container of Christ consciousness, of the divine. It's all the beautiful things. It's Mother Earth. It's everything. And so when she answered her phone or brought work into this container, I was a little upset, not because it ruined her journey, but because it interfered with my healing process. And then she turned her phone on airplane mode, so we're on airplane mode right now. All this to say, as you go about your week, I ask you to consider, who are you holding space for your children, for your family, for your people you love, for the people you work with? And who do you need to hold space for you so that you can go about your healing journey? And maybe sometimes expressing that to that person, like I'm doing now to Zaira, and asking her, Zaira, will you hold space for me so that I can go about my healing, instead of just assuming it like many of us do. I love you. Have a wonderful week. Go in peace to love and serve God.
I'm not crossing you until you turn the other way.
He's not poisonous.
Yeah, but like, I do not want you to jump. There he goes. All right. See you, bud. Bye.